Hi everyone, this is Eric Hiltz from Bin 412. Really excited to be kicking off our first Wine of the Month feature where I'm going to basically go out and try to find something that I can find widely available in Pennsylvania state stores and give you my tasting notes and a little history of the wine and my thoughts on it. Almost give you a sneak peek at what it would be like to be at one of my events where I do wine and dinner pairings and really do a lot of wine education. So excited to try something new here and jump right in. So the first one I'm picking, it's late August here in Pittsburgh. We've got maybe one more month of really warm weather in these parts before it turns cold. So I thought I'd start with a white, something cool, crisp, refreshing. And I actually went with a Pinot Grigio. Not my favorite varietal and not something that I would say is widely known for high quality white wine, given the fact that, you know, in the Italian market there's been a push to really kind of, you know, meet demand and grow a lot of cheaper wine to meet the demand of the masses for those nice, easy drinking white wines. But the one I picked for you is from a special region in Italy. It's from the Alto-Adige region, which is very far north in Italy, in the foothills of the Alpine Mountains, way up towards Austria. In fact, it's so close to Austria that 2/3 of the population in this part of the world still speak German as their first language. Very picturesque wine country, one of the most beautiful scenes you can find in all of the wine world. You know, picture these snow-capped alpine mountains kind of coming down and forming valleys with the terraced hillside vineyards kind of coming down in the mountains there. Just absolutely breathtaking scenery, and really known for producing some fresh, precise, mineral-driven white wines. Also producing some really unique red wines as well that you kind of only grow in that part of the world and taste unlike other things, but that's for another time. So the Pinot Grigio that I picked is the Tiefenbrunner. Actually even sounds German, doesn't it? The Tiefenbrunner Pinot Grigio 2017. This is a wine and a family, actually. I poured their Chardonnay at a tasting I did at Palazzo 1837 restaurant down this way in Washington, Pennsylvania. And it went over really well. People really enjoyed it. It was a crisp, clean, mineral Chardonnay, unlike what you're used to drinking out of California. If you're ever down this way, definitely go to Palazzo. Very reasonably priced on their list, and I think a different take on Chardonnay than you've had. But anyhow, this Pinot Grigio. Actually an interesting story on this one. This is the only bottle of Pinot Grigio on the wine list at Per Se restaurant in New York City. It's a Thomas Keller restaurant, of course, Thomas Keller of French Laundry fame in Napa Valley. And the sommelier there, Michel Couvreau, has this as his only bottle of Pinot Grigio. Michel Couvreau was actually the food and beverage director at La Bernardine in New York City before going to Per Se. And La Bernardine is Eric Ripert is the chef at that restaurant. Eric Ripert is the French chef who was really good friends with Anthony Bourdain, if anyone watched Parts Unknown and kind of followed Anthony Bourdain's career. But anyhow, this is a family-run operation. Herbert and Christophe Tiefenbrunner had been making the wines there, and you know, making wines at a property that has been making wines in this region for hundreds of years, literally generation after generation after generation. So really well known, very good property, very good site, and very good winemaking history. So let's dive right in here. So if you can see the color of this, hopefully you can make that out. Very pale straw yellow, right? Indicative of a couple things. Number one, Pinot Grigio is not known to be a very colorful grape when it's vinified. And secondly, it's a 2017. It's a very young wine. White wines, of course, lose color with age. They turn a little bit more amber and golden as they get older and get a little more richer in color. Whereas a red wine would lose color as it gets older. It'll go from a bright purple or ruby red to more of a brickish, orangey brown color with significant bottle age. So it kind of looks indicative of a Pinot Grigio and a young one at that. Let's give it a smell here. Wow, really pretty nose for Pinot Grigio. Wow, very floral for a white wine, very floral, but really strong notes of peach, citrus, a little bit of grapefruit, some crushed rock too. Definitely some minerals going on there, but you know, very much more. I think on the fruit side of the house, it's a little bit more citrusy and but really complex. A lot going on in the nose. Very good. Let's give it a taste. Very good. Wow, the flavors really echo the nose. A little bit more citrusy than floral that I got on the nose, but a really, really good streak of acidity and minerality on the finish there that really keeps everything in balance. Very precise, very focused white wine. Every flavor is kind of there and very present. It's not kind of moving all over the place. And the finish is, I can still really taste that wine in my mouth and on my palate. So a really nice finish on this one as well. Very well balanced. Really good mix of fruit, floral characteristics, minerality, and acidity. Just a really nice white wine. Like I said, it per se, I think it's on their list for $65 or $70. This is $14.99 right now in the Pennsylvania state stores. I think I even saw this earlier this year on Wine Access for $15.99 if you bought a case. So to be able to get this for $14.99, this is a tremendous wine for that price, and I highly recommend you go pick one of these up and give it a shot. So for my friends in Pennsylvania, the PLCB code on this is 75585. So if you go to the Fine Wine and Good Spirits website and search on that, you'll be able to find it, locate the stores that it's available in. And I think you can even ship this one directly to your local store if you can't find it close to home. So again, guys, happy drinking. This is definitely something you should seek out in the last month here of summer. And as I like to say at Bin 412, the world of wine is a very big place. So here's to expanding your palate, drinking new varietals, and drinking new regions. Cheers.